Okay guys, I'm going to tell you a wee Irish shrimp style pattern, and this one's called the Camowen Shrimp. Now this fly was first tied by a gentleman called Simon Harkness to be fished on the Camowen River in Northern Ireland. So the hook and the vise is a size 10 partridge patriot double. The thread that I'm going to use to tie the fly is uni thread 80 in white, and that's to keep the rear and the front body as bright as we possibly can. So I'm just going to come in and get the thread started behind the eye of the hook. Run my thread down a bit and remove the waste tag of thread. The tag on the fly is going to be a gold wire. This is just a ultra wire in gold by UTC. On the original pattern, the size of the gold wire that was used was a 0.2mm. Now, just cut that in underneath the shank of the hook, and then just run your thread down, tying this in. I'm just going to bring my thread down, and once I let the bobbin go, I'm going to be in line with the point of the hook, and then we're just going to come around with 4 or 5 turns of our gold wire to create the tag. And on our last turn, just bring it up and in between the two hooks. Now I'm just going to come in with a turn to hold, and then a couple of turns to secure in the wire. Then we'll bend and break this away. Now we've got designated scissors that you use for wire. You can cut it, it's up to you. Now, the tail on the fly is a golden pheasant brace feather. On the original pattern it was just a natural. This is just a dyed red golden pheasant brace feather. Just a sort of way beef up the colour a wee bit on the fly. Don't need to do this. Natural red will do the job. Now I'm just going to come in with a turn to hold, another turn to secure. I'm going to fold back the tip. Bring my thread turns back up over the tip and the haggle. I'm just going to bring my thread up out of the way, keeping a hold of the tip. I'm just going to come in and trim it away, and then we'll just fold these back with our fingers. You're just looking one turn in front of the other. Now the turns, I like to use up the whole feather, but you put on as many turns as you like. It's your fly. So I do like a good tail on my salmon flies, you know, so that's why I like to use it all up. Now, keeping a hold of the stem, bring the thread back into position, come in and we'll catch in the stem nice and tight, and then we'll run our thread up, tying this in. Just want to keep everything nice and smooth. Then we'll just come in and trim away the waste pieces of the stem. Now I'll just come in with my toothbrush, just an old toothbrush, and we'll just brush out the feathers, just in case we've caught any when we were winding them round. Now on the way back down, I'm going to catch in a length of our gold wire again, same stuff for a rib. We'll catch it in underneath, bring it on underneath the shank of the hook, and then just run your thread down, tight up against the tail. Now the rear body is a yellow andron. I'm using a yellow Glow Bright floss. This is the Glow Bright floss number 10. Just taking one strand and doubled it over. Just come in and catch that in. Just put it into the length of the rear part of the body, and then just run your thread up, tying it in. Then we'll just come around with our Glow Bright floss. I'm going to try and get a nice clean turn onto the tail, and then just one turn slightly overlapping the other to create your body. The rear, one turn to hold, a couple of turns to secure, and then just come in and trim away the excess. And you can bring up your rib, looking 3 turns on the rear body or so, whatever's good for you. You tie it your way. Come around with a turn to hold, a couple of turns to secure. I'm just going to come in and bend and break away the wire. The mid haggle, orange cock haggle. This is just a Chinese. So just take a feather off. We'll offer this up to the hook. One turn to hold, another turn to secure. We'll fold back the tip. That's well tied in nice and securely. Now you can come in and locate the tip, break it away. Just want to come in with my scissors, just the back of them, just to running up the stem of the hackle, and then just come round with your turns, one turn in front of the other. Now the turns of hackle are up to you. It's how you like to tie your flies. Like I always say, everybody has their own individual ways of tying flies. Now I'm just going to come around with a turn to hold, a couple of turns to secure, come in and just trim away the stem. Now at this point, anything that's going forward, just fold it back, bring my thread forward the length of the second part of the body. Just come in and give it an RV brush. Just get it sitting nice for you. Now on the way back down, I'm going to tie another length of the gold wire for the rib at the front. So just offer it in underneath. The nice tight turns, keeping the wire in underneath. Right. Don't want anything going forward, so just come in and fold it back. The front body is a Glow Braid Floss number 12 in green. Same thing, just one strand doubled over. Just come in with a turn to hold, bring it into length. You're going to try and get some sort of measurement on the fly. And then the same as the rear body, we'll just come around with a turns of our floss. Now, and get your first turn nice and tight against the hackle. Just try and keep it as neat as you can. And just one turn in front of the other of the floss. Come across the floss with your thread, a couple of turns to secure, and then come in and trim away the excess. Then we'll come up with our gold wire. Same as the rear body, 3 turns or so, it's plenty. That'll protect that front body for you. Come around with a nice turn to hold, a couple of turns to secure, come in, bend and break away the wire. Now, what I'll do here is just run my thread down to the eye and back up again, just to get a bit of thread down for the material at the front. Front hackle, this is a fluorescent yellow Chinese cock hackle. If you just use natural yellow, that'll do. Don't need to be running out the shops and going crazy. Right, just going to come in with a turn, another turn to secure, just on the tip. Fold the tip back, a couple of turns back up over the tip on the hackle. Then you can come in and just break away the tip. Come in with your scissors, just the back of them, and just run it up the hackle stem. This will get the force the fibres back. And then just one turn in front of the other. Right. Nice bright fly, this shows up well in the water, and it will take fish. So tie a few up, great fly that Simon has invented here. Good pattern to have in your box. Right, just come around with a turn to hold and a couple of turns to secure, and then come in and remove the waste. Anything that's going forward, just stroke it back. Nice tight turns of thread here now. Now, that's the fly finished. You just need to brighten the head up with Glow Braid Floss number 4, nice orange braid floss. There's no jungle cock on the original pattern, so that's the original pattern as it sits. And I'm going to put 2 jungle cock on because I'm going to have flies for me, and I like my jungle cock. So just get these lined up on my hand here, so just bear with me. So I'm trying to get them as level as I can. It's the 2 eyes there. Just going to offer them up to the hook. Just come in and just hold them on the side of the hook or on top, wherever you want to tie them in. Just coming around with a couple of nice turns. Now they're not tight, they're loose enough, because we'll need to be able to position the jungle cock. Now the one on my side's a wee bit too long, so I'm just pulling it in. Just checking. Okay, happy enough with that. Now, just let me get it back around sitting nice for you. There we go. Now, just going to hold the 2 jungle cock eyes. tighten up down to the eye. I'm going to fold the stems back. If you fold the stems back, the jungle cock has to break off, it can't pull out. Make your fly last longer. You don't want to be at the face in the middle of the fishing season. You want to be out on the river. Right. Keeping the thread tight, you should be able to come in and break away the stems. Still keeping the thread tight. Just going to come in with my whip finishing tool. Just want a bit of a whip finish. A couple of turns just to hold it on. Trim away. Now, just to finish off, same as the original pattern, Glow Bright floss number 4. Just going to come in, get the floss started. Just tie up over your white thread. This is more for colour. Now, just want to make sure anything that's going forward sits back for me. These tight turns of the floss now. Keep it tight. Come in with your whip finishing tool. Just doing a 3-turn whip finish. Pull the floss nice and tight. Come in, trim away the excess. First coat on the head. Super glue. And this is just Loctite super glue that I'm using. Right the whole way right round now. Don't want to get into your haggles, so just take your time. Just ruin the fly. Right the whole way right round. And then once that's dry, I'll come in, coat of varnish onto the head just to stop the moisture bloom coming from the super glue. But there you go, guys. So that's the Camowen shrimp. Now, I'm going to tie the original pattern. Just use natural red breast feather for the tail. If you've got yellow and green antron, use it, and you don't require the jungle cock. So honestly, guys, get a few of those tied up for your box. Fantastic fly, like I said there in the video. Great fly that Simon has come up with. So give it a go, and hopefully you can catch you a few fish. Thanks for watching.